Some administration stuff before we get going for good. First is the map. Let's throw the map right here. Quick administration stuff, then we'll do recap, then we'll get started. Number one, I don't know how many of you have messed with tokens down at the bottom right. You don't have to really worry about it, but there are going to be new tokens that are going to be available. They are what they call persistent effect tokens. And how they work is we are going to be using them for the purposes of spells. And what that is going to translate into, if you guys recall, we have in the past had spells that were large areas, like the darkness spell that was hurting you guys a good deal when you were inside the keep. And if you were in that area, it was hurting you, and we just had one big circle. If you guys do recall. If you don't, that's okay. But we are going to have some different tokens for spells and things of that nature that will allow us to have something other than just circles. And we'll just use them as they come up. I'm going to be the one putting them down. I'm just wanting you to be aware that they're going to be showing up when it is applicable. Aside from that, it looks like Facebook fixed their little hiccup in the last day or so. So now, magically, I can invite you guys to games again. Now, I'm going to create one tonight. The next game's going to be the first Sunday game. That's going to be October 8th. It's a little over a week away. I don't know if everybody can make that, but I'll throw it up there and we can go from there. But other than that, that's really all I have. Does anybody have any questions or anything like that before we do a recap?
No.
I'm good.
Is Matthew
good
even decided to grace us with his presence out there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay, so quick recap for those of us who just decided not to show up for a month. The last game we played with you here, Matthew, was to the effect of the party was inside of the keep, having just defeated the inhabitants of the central keep of the outpost you found on the shore of the river. You guys had just chased down Oglavon and Shaban, the werebore, who got in a boat and kind of took off down the underground river. You guys managed to kill him, then went back to the keep, and that's when we quit. Is that what you were tracking?
Yep.
So, the door was being battered from the outside. The party had to make a quick decision. They decided to go back down the secret passageway, get into the boats, and sail down the river. Paddle. The current is moving in that direction from narrow to wide, so coming into this area. The party was able to explore a little, caught the guards during a guard change. These, if you look right where Matthias is standing, there you have, I'm going to throw a circle around it. These are called, I cannot remember the actual name of them. I got it, quays. There it is. So basically, they're steps that go down into the water. That last step there is actually underwater. And so basically it's so boats can pull up directly beside it. So you can tell this place was literally designed for water traffic. I mean, the very architecture of it. So that's what those are. They're not ledges where you pull up, you got to jump. Those are literally, you pull up and you can step out of your boat onto dry land. There was some guards. They retreated, took a long rest, came back, attacked the guards, made no attempt at conversation. Dropped a flaming sphere. Let me sync your views with mine here. Dropped a flaming sphere there with, that's what a flaming sphere looks like, by the way. Got these fancy tokens. I'm going to put them down. Used a spiritual weapon, which is what that is right there. And killed the guards. I think they did pretty good too. The one of them jumped off of the boat, the quay, into the water and emerged riding a shark, and then began to attack your boats. And Falkor decided he would leap and jump onto the aforementioned shark, and got in an underwater battle with a guy with 60 more life than he had, and managed to kill him. It was actually pretty impressive. The dice giveth and the dice taketh away. But now he has been underwater for 13 rounds, and he's managed to kill the guy, but not the shark. So you've been underwater for 13 rounds. You now have the shark by the web or the harness, because that's where you almost got thrown off at one point. You can hold your breath for 2 minutes. I believe it's 3 minutes. I'll confirm that. But you have to find yourself a solution. The rest of you have been standing there for about a minute and a couple seconds, wondering where it is Falkor is, since he went straight underwater with a shark.
Pull back on the reins, man.
He's hanging by the strap of the harness, the saddle type thing.
Yeah, I was thinking of pulling on the reins first. Give that a try.
You can try and get up there. Give me, let's see, you can stay underwater for 30 rounds. After 30 rounds, let's see, a creature can hold its breath for a number of minutes equal to 1 plus your con, which is 2, so you get 3 rounds. When you run out of breath, it can survive a number of rounds equal to its Constitution modifier, which would be 2 more rounds. At the start of the next round, you die. You don't even get a check.
Rounds or minutes?
You get 1 plus Constitution modifier in minutes to hold your breath, then you begin suffocating. Once you begin suffocating, you get Constitution modifier in rounds.
Got it.
I heard a loud noise in the other room. Our children are a little rambunctious today. So I'm just going to make sure they're behaving. I will be right back. If you guys want to kind of acclimate, I'll be right back and we'll get started with Falkor trying to not die.
It happens.
So yeah, I guess I was thinking of trying to get up to the reins first and then pull back and see if that can get me up to the surface at least.
Yeah, you may want to try to jump in the saddle if you can get there. Because if you're just hanging on by a strap, that may be, having a shark go in a circle.
Yeah, I'm hanging on just by like a little bit right now. I think the rider, I'm not sure if he might still be in the saddle, headless.
I don't think it'll take much to push him out. I mean, especially if he's headless.
Yeah. Or can I use him as a distraction? Maybe.
I don't think you're going to outswim a shark, man.
All right, I'm back. And that loud noise I went to get on my kids about, that was Tasha sneezing. Through a closed door.
Damn.
The wind slammed the door.
No wonder she talks all the damn time. I mean, she's got that much breath to slam a door by a sneeze. Shit.
It is what it is. Alrighty, so anybody got any questions about the recap?
Nope. I'll be honest, as soon as this gets done updating, I didn't know it was going to be this long.
Yeah, it was a bit of an update. It didn't take too awful long, 5-6 minutes. It took about as long as I had my middle son in the corner for the second time.
There we go.
He's doing the passive resistance thing where you tell him to go somewhere and he takes like 1-inch steps at a time. I shall show you, Father. Alright, so Start with you, Falcor. Everybody else can just sit back. You were swimming and trading blows. To recap your situation so you don't feel cheated, you are underwater at a location of unknown or position. And you traded blows. Remember, you have disadvantage when attacking underwater. This particular area is varying between 40 and 60 feet-ish. That's kind of what you and your instincts have told you. Might be a little more, might be a little less. You have a harness on this shark that is strapped in two places. You have the back harness. You were originally holding on to the front of the saddle, but you were almost kicked loose, if you recall. So you can attempt to, as I see it, the standard options would be to mount the shark, and that would require a acrobatics or athletics check to jump up onto the shark and get in the saddle. You could attack it or let go and see how you fare. I'm not sure. Say it, swim to the edge. I am going to tell you I did look into the taming of an animal. Yeah, there are rules for it, but pulling it off in 2 minutes is just, especially when you just murdered its rider and we're in combat with it, it's let's say highly unlikely.
Yeah, I kind of figured. All right, I guess I'll try to get into the harness.
Okay. Now, you're going to need to do an acrobatics check or an athletics check. Either one will be at disadvantage.
Okay, I'll do an athletics here.
And since we're getting started, I think I already started the recording. Let's see how the music's going there. How's the music rocking?
I'm not hearing anything.
Yeah, I understand that. That would be because I was not quite smart enough to load the music profile.
Par for course.
I show up to games at least.
User joined your channel.
I'm here.
Alright, so you can make your check when you're ready. I'm going to piddle with the sound for a second. You managed to pull yourself up to get your hands on the actual saddle, but not enough to get yourself all the way into it. So you make some progress, but not enough to locate yourself into the saddle. You can 1 second, and as you're doing so, the shark jerks, and I'm going to need a dexterity or a strength saving throw on the right side of your character sheet front page. Alright, you managed to hold on and not lose your position, and now I'm going to need another athletics or acrobatics at disadvantage to try to get into the seat. So from the first area, you do manage to pull yourself up onto the saddle, and you are mounted on the shark at this point. You're not strapped in. The straps are not functional at this point.
Okay.
How's that for sound? Anything?
I can't hear anything.
That's fine. I'll see what I can do with it later. Alright.
User disconnected from your channel.
Well.
User joined your channel.
Booted myself, Matt.
Jackass.
Alright.
User was moved to your channel.
At this point, you're on the shark. You can't necessarily, to your skill, control it very well. But you have a number of options. You have been underwater now for 15 rounds. You have another 15 rounds. And give me a perception check at disadvantage. Okay. You see that you are in an area where you can see the walls about 5 feet on either side of you. And up ahead, you can see an area where it widens out.
Okay, so I guess I'll just try to grab onto the reins and kind of pull back to try to get him to surface.
Okay. Give me an animal handling check.
At disadvantage or just animal handling?
Just a standard. Okay. You do manage to pull back, and the shark does start to make his way up, and he gets you close enough to the surface where he is not all the way at the surface. As you cross into the wider area previously mentioned, the shark banks to the right, and I'm going to need a dexterity or strength saving throw as he tries to buck you.
There, I got sound now.
Alright, you manage to easily hold on. You are just at the surface. The shark is trying to pull against you. The saddle's made pretty sturdily. So at this point, you are in a wide area. You can't really tell. You can't see the edges of anything. And you're close to the surface. You know that it's probably, again, 40, 60 or more feet deep in this area. You honestly aren't even sure how deep it is. But you're going to have to... The shark is absolutely resisting you, and the strain is straining the saddle and the reins pretty tautly. They were not going to be able to fight each other for an extreme amount of time. So, what is your choice of action at this point? Let's see if I can get some more exciting music going on in here.
Can I tell if there's like kind of an edge where I can go to climb up onto like the rocks or something?
At this point, with yourself underwater, you're not able to see that far. To break the surface of the water, you're going to have to either try another check and risk snapping the reins, or dismount the shark and take a survey of your surroundings, which will be a perception check.
Punch him in the motherfucking head. Wow, that's loud.
I think I'll try just pulling back on the reins first. See.
Okay. Give me another animal handling check.
Crap.
And the shark pulls the reins and pulls you forward and goes down about 10 feet. And it is in a full-on dive at this point. He's trying to basically take you down to an earlier round. So you can continue to struggle with him to get him to surface, or choose option B or C, or, you can work through with plans all the way to F.
Well, I really don't think I can outswim him, so I really want to surface with him so I can get a survey of my surrounding and then maybe get off.
I feel like that's a good goal. Possibly not feasible, but a good goal.
Well, I'm gonna keep trying.
Yeah, we can give it. It's all the dice giveth and the dice taketh away. They did a pretty good job for you last time.
Yeah, I'll keep my chances.
Keep with the animal handling. Alrighty. So you managed to pull up, and you got him almost to the surface. Give me one more check here, and he's gonna try to resist you.
One more animal handling?
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you, you should punch him in the head. That's what you do with the horse, and they fucking listen.
And you pull him, and he breaks the surface. You guys, you manage to just barely beat him there. But you do manage. He breaks the. You break the surface. He doesn't break the surface. And as you do, I'm gonna relocate you two, and I'm gonna unmask the area and give you the surroundings. Give me a perception check, and how far is your dark vision? Should be 60 feet typically.
I think so.
I will check it. Do you have dark vision? I'll find that out. You give me a perception check.
Okay.
No. You do not have dark vision, to my knowledge.
So I can only see 30 feet.
You can see as far as light is.
Oh, okay.
I am surprised that Dragonborn. You're the first Dragonborn I've ever played with, so. Yeah. For the record, not that any of you necessarily know this area, but if you're curious and you want to follow along for your own morbid interest, you can zoom in and out on your own map. I'm going to zoom you guys out just generally so you guys can just share in the morbid enjoyment here. And so for you, Falcor, the things that you can see when you break the surface with a 22 perception, which, I mean, can't begrudge you much with that. You find yourself located here on aforementioned shark. The areas to the right and down are in dark. You find yourself in an underground lake. You find that a tunnel opening up to the north with the sight and the shadow differential showing you there's probably a passage that continues, but also dry passage. And there's also a dry passage directly to your right. You can estimate the distance at about 30-40 feet. And the shark is yanking on the reins, and you can feel them starting to fray. The shark is pulling in that direction. He's trying to turn and dive towards the darkness, towards that outcropping of rock you see right there.
Okay.
I can't get some exciting music. Let's see.
So I guess at this point, I'm probably going to have to let go and go for that edge on the right there. And basically just try to outswim the shark and get there.
Alrighty, so at this point, you can dismount the shark and I'm guessing you're heading for the right, or?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Can I drink like a potion of healing and then move?
You can.
That might be a good choice for me.
I think that would probably be a better choice than in your current state.
Yeah, okay, I'll go
You
ahead.
might have an effect on your sheet, you might not. If you don't, just roll a dice, I'll apply it.
Okay.
I'm not sure what the standard potion is, it should be in the description.
Yeah, it says 2d4 plus 2.
Okay. Those are d6s.
Sorry, my bad.
There you go. I fixed your life. You're down to 16 wounds out of 28 life, so you got 12 hit points. And then you're gonna, I'm guessing, go for a swim. The maximum you could probably pull off being half. Let's see what your speed is. 15 feet is what you get per round. Start you right about here, and you can swim 15 feet.
Alright, we're going for it.
Alright. And the shark gets 40 feet. He does not in particularly have a desire to do much other than, there's 25, that's 40 right here. I gotta end on a thing, there we go. And that puts it back to you. Now, of course, you can double move. I'm unmasking presently. Literally, he was 5 feet away from mauling your ass.
Yeah, kind of figured.
Are you still with me there, Matt and Tasha?
I am.
Alright, give me a second. I'm going to adjust this here to counter down to... So, you managed to scamper out of the lake, as you know you would, with a very irritated shark snapping at your heels. And, let's see here. I'm going to give you a description. I'm really disappointed in that, what they called zombie shark music. For shame. But this room is covered with is occupied by 6 tall columns of cracked and chipped red marble. They loom above the hall, this hall, and to the east is the lake you just swam out of. Provisions and trade goods are stacked against the walls, bundles of very valuable furs and pelts, sacks of flour and food meal, barrels of many things, casks, 3 long tables, one of which you are on your hands and knees next to because you haven't stood up. You swam out. And they are set in the middle of the room. There's a large bronze gong standing next to the stone quay. That's where you just climbed out of. There's a large bronze gong. A single torch is in a sconce at the central northern pillar. And if you don't recall, these torches are clearly green, but they also seem to burn without fuel, and they don't seem to emit smoke. That's the one including for those of you guys down there. Now, in addition to that, give me a perception check. You did good, kid.
I'd try. My luck is over. I'm good now.
And you know, if you gotta have bad luck, but you do hear, though you can't see them from sitting on your butt, noises from about 20-30 feet to your south, and they seem to be directed in your general direction. So, at this point, we got to make a command decision, and that's the party. Do you guys want to, because the party's split, and it's going to happen sometimes in D&D, do you guys want to continue with Falcor, or do you guys want to go back to the other party, or do you want to flip-flop? What's your choices? Every party does it different. There's no right answer.
I'm fine with doing either. It doesn't matter to me, really. They could do their own thing for a bit. I've kind of been in the spotlight for long enough.
Well, you're kind of an important part there.
Well, Tasha, do you have an opinion?
I mean, it doesn't matter.
It's just preference. If you guys are getting bored, we can definitely do that. I'm going to show you. Go ahead.
I'm still updating, so you can go with whoever.
Oh, you are still updating? Oh, okay.
Yeah, this damn thing's fucking taking forever. You
Well,
lie.
It did not take me that long. I updated Tasha's. Didn't take her that long. Well, I'm going to show you something.
I haven't updated in 2 months, though. You got to think. That's probably why.
Not my fault you were born retarded.
I'm not bored.
Suck
I
a
mean,
fat baby's dick.
we can keep going with that. I mean, it doesn't matter really. I'm good.
Fair
anyway.
enough. I'm going to show you guys a couple cool things because I was looking at it. Check this out, Matt, or Tasha. Remember how we use the circles for pretty much everything? Spells, everything. So,
Yep.
these things that I got now, they, let's see if I got an entangle. Nope. Do you remember, when we played the Curse of Strahd? I'm trying to also buy time for Matt. They had the spell that everybody was walking across and hurting him when they were trying to kill you guys in the brewery.
Yeah.
Check this out. You don't have to create it, but I like to. So instead of just a circle being randomly on the map, you can have something like this over your screen. And it shows, okay, that's the area of the spell. And then you don't have to worry. You can actually just grab Falcor or anybody from underneath it without any worry.
User joined your channel.
That is cool.
It's even got one for Malachi when he's casting his happy-go-lucky spiritual weapon. It's got one for almost every single spell. It has a firewall, Matt. But all that aside, we will jump back with Falcor. So, Falcor, you are on your butt or hands and knees as you choose, behind the table. You didn't make a subtle entrance to this area, and you can tell there are people down south. The shark tried to bite you, and it is snarling at you. Or not snarling, snapping. That's the word I wanted. And you pretty much are not hidden. So you're still in combat, just for smoothness. So when you're ready, you get to react first.
Also, I'm here now.
Hey, what's up?
I'm just chilling, you know?
Well, let me catch you up. This is where we are. Are you in game? You're not in game. You are
Just
in game.
joining right now. 1 second.
Okay, well, I'll catch you up in a minute. Falcor, which way do you want to go? What do you want to do?
I think I'm going to try going for the right there. But I might grab that lantern on the way by.
It's a torch, just so you know.
Torch.
I don't care. You can call it whatever you want. I'm just making you aware. Okay, so you are still locked. You can take your standard 30 feet or what have you. So
Doesn't feel locked.
it's relocked.
There we go.
So. Okay, I actually moved you there. So, give me another perception check there as you speed around the corner. You are just fantastic. You see at least 2 shapes down here by these barrels and crates. The shark resubmerges. A little stuttery tonight. Forgive me. Let's see. There you go, Malachi. That should have shared it with you.
I see the map. With cultists.
And Falcor to the right. And you can zoom in and out as you would like. Okay, so let's throw one more second. Let's get some decent music here. I hate the crap music we've been getting. I'm going to take a couple seconds and get some decent music. I know where some is. I just need to actually get some. Now that's some chase music. Give you guys a second to adjust your volume, and I will unmask for Falcor. He managed to surface. If you, your checks, by the way, Falcor, were different by 4. They needed to be different by 5 to snap the reins. You definitely used up a massive amount of good fortune.
Yep. Now I'm getting shivers.
So, you're starting to see some rubble-strewn areas. You have your torch. Let's see. You still updating over there, Matt? See, he says updating. Really, he left. He's getting his wife to provide mid-gaming services. I'm not mad at him.
You can't be mad at that.
Yeah, I mean, I can't be angry about it. Okay, so that little cone is your torch. That's how far you can see. You can see a rougher hewn path ahead with a little bit of rubble, a passage to the north, a passage to the south there, and the tunnel continues. You get the luck of having surprised them, so you don't necessarily have to act on it. I didn't mean to do that. Give me a second. I'm going to try one of my fancy new tokens while you think about your plan. That's not very good. Okay, so what do you want to do? They are starting to react to you.
I think I'm just gonna keep running kind of down this hall here.
Fair enough. I will move you here, move your light here, and I will give you the unmasked areas. So as you passed the north area, you saw a door. Resync you guys up with me. As you ran past the south, you couldn't see a whole lot. You just saw a passage down a room. There's some walls. So down here, you come to another quay and another flowing, slow little passage of water. But you can now hear sounds of pursuit from behind. and I need to have them take their turns.
Can they see very well though? Because I stole their fancy light.
That is true. That's something you're going to have to figure out. And that puts it back to your turn. You do have their fancy light.
Can I do a double run into the darkness, or can I only go with
Yes,
30?
you absolutely can. I'm just not. I mean, hypothetically, the method you want to do is you want to move 30 feet, and then you want me to unmask it to where you're going to be, and then you can choose where to go from there.
Yeah, okay, that's what I figured.
I'll put you right here, and I'll unmask. That way you're not running into something that you obviously would have seen.
Yeah, like running into a wall or be inside the wall.
Or another shark.
Or another goddamn shark.
Also, as a side note, have you guys heard of this thing called Fantasy Grounds College?
No.
Can't say I
I
have.
hadn't either. It's obviously not a real college. It's something they do on Fantasy Grounds on their forums for free for new players to basically teach them to play before they actually get into a game. It's free, and it's just a service they provide. So, before you start moving again, you do have some advantage. Up ahead is a bridge, and on the peak of the bridge is a torch, which provides you some decent illumination for that general area, so you can plan accordingly. Give me a second to unmask that for you. Matthew is finally connected. I guess his wife finished her, wifely duties. He decided to rejoin us for once.
Boy trumps douchebag every time.
Fair enough.
So I'm gonna get about there and then toss the torch.
Well, the problem is, I'm going to give you this description. The stairs for the bridge are on the other side. But
Oh,
this stone bridge spans the canal in a single elegant arch. So it's an arcing bridge that starts low, goes all the way up, and then descends. Steps on each side climb up to the bridge. The bridge has a lower stone balustrade with its single weathered sides are carved with the images of dwarves in battle. And there's a single torch at the apex, which is where I put that torch. And I'm going to have you move the 20 feet there.
Can you share the map, please? Okay, and we're not on this map?
Not presently, no. I'm going to do a little more unmasking for you there, because as you come around, light from another torch is being shed. You see a door, a passage down to the left, and as well as a passage that goes between two walls there to the south, and I guess it would be west, bottom left, and the steps. So that would be right there, your full movement.
yeah, okay.
Behind you, you hear the sounds of someone banging a very loud gong.
Shit. I think I'm gonna be coming in hot, guys.
And for those of you who don't know this, water carries sound very well.
So the rest of the party can hear it too.
They can.
Sure.
When a girl finally...
I'm trying to pull
Is
up.
that's your
I'm
period
pulling up
video?
sound on pulling up sound on YouTube, and YouTube doesn't want to give you sound without ad every 10 seconds.
Tasha, did you finally give him the video on how to really pleasure a woman?
I did many times.
Yeah, too bad he doesn't take notice for it.
Right?
Wow.
Just kidding.
No,
Look
you
at that
weren't.
shark.
That was awesome.
That shark has grown legs and it eats oglabone.
Whatever. I think he ate my ring.
Yeah, he did eat your wedding ring.
Got him.
All right. Let's see here. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. I'd give you like some disease that slowly saps your maximum hit points that you don't notice.
Well, thanks, Dave.
Hi, I'm Michael Bettine, and
Hey, Michael Bettine, what's
Memphis
up?
Huh, apparently it auto-loaded the next one. Fucking YouTube, dude. Sucks ass. All right. Behind you, Falcor, you can see one of those people that you have seen before. The ones that have the hands of blackness that they very often share with you, specifically you.
He tries to shake my hand and I say no.
He is in hot pursuit. His pursuit is hot.
I wouldn't describe him that way.
You know, that's a matter of
Put up
opinion.
him.
No one judges you. All right. And that puts it back to you. He had his turn. I already took it. And it is back to your turn.
So, in the water that's there, Tony, which way is the current going? Towards the north or south?
North.
Got it.
For the sake of just fucking sheer dumb luck of picking the right path each time, you have to probably be one of the luckiest D&D players.
Maybe.
Just the sheer dumb luck of all the choices you had. You do manage to rejoin the party, come barreling around the corner with a torch as the party is standing there dripping wet, wounded, and the gong sound still echoing throughout the area.
What did you do?
I killed the shark. No, sorry. Killed the guy riding the shark, rode the shark, and then pissed a bunch of people off. So we should probably get out of here.
Or we set up an ambush right here.
Or that.
My favorite quote of last game was, "You mount the shark against its will."
Wow.
It's going to be one of my long favorite. So, you guys, the Fathomer is no longer chasing you. It is probably pretty unlikely that he forgot about you. He probably hasn't. The gong sound fades as he runs up to you. And at this point, you guys have a quick discussion to make. And I'm actually going to be putting time. Well, that's not true. I'm going to be moving stuff behind the scenes. So I'm just going to keep moving stuff as each round goes by. I'm going to do it in, increments. But mind you, if they double move, they're getting 60 feet per round. every round 6 seconds. So I'm gonna start a timer here, and it's
I'm
gonna be up to you. You don't have to. I'm gonna unlock the tokens. You guys should have a quick discussion and then make a, whatever it is you're gonna do before they react as well.
Tony, I'm moving up before you deleted it.
I unlocked it. I didn't
Okay.
delete it.
I'm here. I'm gonna take a ready to action to shoot anything that comes around the corner.
Okay.
Am I the only one that's damaged in the party?
Yes, and I'm going to place a hand against you and like cast Cure Wounds.
And I
Thank you.
I can see when they come
Wow,
around
I
the
failed
corner.
that pretty spectacularly.
Better than nothing, man.
Oh, hey, one thing real quick. I was going to show you, Matt. Let me link up these videos there. Or I'm sorry, images for those who aren't comfortable manipulating the map quite yet. One of the cool tokens I got. How about a portal?
Nice.
All right. So, timer starts now.
What's the plan? I say we go in here and wipe out these bastards. We don't have the element of surprise, but I think if we set up, these walls are small enough that if we set up a good
Bottleneck up there.
Yeah.
And there.
they may not come after us, and they also have magic. We have magic with, Matthias, but
Sort of.
Yeah.
Dimble's still here. I'm gonna be running
Democrats.
him.
Yeah, we have magic we can use against them as well. But we just need to make a decision. Do we jump back on boats and go away? But this seems like
Your boats were heavily damaged.
okay.
Eaten by sharks.
Okay. Well,
I
then,
saved them.
You saved. They're not sunk. They're just damaged.
got it.
You
Okay.
managed to stop them from being utterly destroyed, is what you did.
So we have a backup escape route.
Well, whatever we decide, we need to make it now because we got this going on, and we're timed.
We can take them on. I'll tank again like I did last time.
All right.
You just tell me where to shoot.
There we go. I'm going down the hallway here after I give my 2 cents. Do I hear anything in that door, Tony?
No, but give me a perception. If I missed it, I'm sorry. I saw it now.
22.
I see it. You do not hear anything in the door. What you do hear are the sound of talking around the corner.
Okay. Still stealthily, I sling my bow and I pull out my daggers and I try to approach.
Okay.
How close do the voices sound to me? Like right around the corner or in the hallway or what?
Maybe 20, 30 feet back.
Shaban turns around, faces the group. Can I tell how many people with that perception or do I need another one?
There's probably between talking 4 to 6.
Okay. Shaban looks back at the group. Somebody back there hopefully has night vision. I do not know.
I think
I
Augie
would
does.
know that. Augie does, okay. So, turns back,
I got
faces the
dark
group.
vision.
Never mind. Mal has dark vision.
Okay. And I hold up one hand twice, saying there's 10 people, and point to around the corner.
I relay this information quietly.
And so they're about 20 feet down. So okay, I will sheath my daggers. And I will pull out my bow. And I will ready in action, step around the corner and fire at the nearest thing to me. You guys ready? Don't come up too much, you ruin my stealth check.
Just move around the corner.
Clang, 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 clang. Ah, fuck.
Oh. You guys need to put Badger where you want him. I'm going to strongly recommend, since you guys don't have the element of surprise, that you not use Green Wing. I'm going to go ahead and take him off the map. And Matthias, I'm proud of these, so I'm going to talk about them. I bought some tokens for us to use for our spells and stuff, like you get your own spiritual weapon token now.
Oh, yes.
The hammer.
That looks sweet.
He gets a flaming sphere for Dimble's actual flaming sphere.
Nice.
So here's a cool one, Matt. Web, they're sizable.
Oh, cool.
So instead of having a circle that just randomly dictates what the web looks like, you actually get a web.
Okay.
Can I get my hammer to be always colossal?
I don't know what that means, but
Make it bigger.
Make it super huge.
as long as it stays within a 5-foot square,
Okay.
we can make it Matt's hammer size. There we go. That better.
Let's be realistic, Tony. You
I'll
know,
talk to your wife. We both
you know, I know, and Tasha both knows that's more Tony's size.
All right.
Apparently, Connie knows as well. I don't understand how that works.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Okay. And Shaban takes a quick step out and fires at the first thing she sees and ducks back behind the corner as soon as she fires.
Okay. So number 1, everyone roll initiative.
There you go.
So you step out. You get your ready to action. Flat out. Let me see what we got for some point of view for you. We'll go from the lowest point. Alright. So. Alright, so we'll just go down this list here.
Oh no, it's another shark, dude.
Let's see, there he is. I couldn't find him. I knew
Oh,
there
never
was-
mind, he's a priest.
He is a priest. He's the priestly one. There's one more cultist. There he is. Didn't uncover him. Now you get your action first. You get to pick who and what and where.
I did make this statement of the nearest, closest one to me,
It's fine by me.
because I didn't really want to take time to look at everything before I pop back around. So it's going to be him.
I missed that. I apologize. That's a hit.
Hold on. Do I get my sneak attack?
You absolutely do.
There we go. And then I will pop back over here.
Well,
They had probably had ready too, but go
they
for it.
did. They did. They did have their ready to action as well. So you will be able to pop back around after their ready to action.
Okay.
1 second here. So the first one, pretty straightforward. It's a magic missile. I gotta scroll down here. So. Make it the right person's turn. I'm trying to learn these new rules they've instituted, so I'm trying to apply it accurately. Alright. Perfect. Wow. That was a boss ass. 5d4, 1, 1, 1, 1, 3.
I'll take it.
That's you're gonna take 4 extra damage for each of the ones. I didn't.
Yep.
I thought it would apply correctly, and it did not. So you take 5 magic missile hits. And then the Fathomer, the one that hasn't been very nice to you,
Who cast magic missile at me?
the priest.
Okay.
And the Fathomer holds his hand out at you, and an energy ball of crackling eldritch energy flies out. Somehow I targeted himself. I always love when you get 2 dice. One d10 plus 10. And the Crushing Wave Reavers each release a crossbow bolt at you. I did the magic first because it was easiest.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, a javelin. My apologies. And
You didn't even have to
Falcor?
roll the damage.
Huh?
You didn't even have to roll the damage. If it hit, she's dead.
I didn't see your life. So Falcor, Matthias, you see Lady Shaban jump out and fire a short bow, and she's hit by 5 consecutive energy blasts, which stumble her back a step, followed by a purplish, blackish energy blast that hits her on the shoulder, and she stumbles back another step, and then a javelin hits her in the chest. She hits the wall and slides down it.
Hooray!
Way to go, Falcor. Took up all the luck. What the fuck?
Hey man, I said that we should probably get on the boats and leave.
I don't think that's what you said.
I don't think that's what you said at all.
I think I said a lot of people were coming.
So you implied that we should leave, but you didn't actually say it?
Yes.
The implication was there. I didn't feel like I needed to be specific. Hold on a second. I have something for this. Give me 1 second. I'm sure there's a magic missile sound effect. It isn't very often I get to kill Matt. I mean, that's just doesn't happen very often. Ooh, we got a javelin hit too. Matt's hard to kill. The only people that have killed Matt have been other players.
One time that happened.
Yeah, still funny. Alrighty, so we're gonna go to the top of the initiative as the cultists begin moving forward. Oglavone. So, this is what I'm gonna do. We've been playing about an hour. I'm a little parched. I'm gonna take my headphones off and get a drink. If conversation happens to happen and planning happens to happen, I'm not responsible for that. If you guys want to take a break, that's fine. Be back in 5.
So do we want to fight this, or do we want to just grab Shaban and go?
Here's what I'm thinking. If we want to stay and fight, like if we're set on that, we might want to retreat into this room to the left of the hall, so we have an even smaller funnel to like funnel them through.
Yeah, okay, I agree with that.
But like, I'm kind of out of I'm almost out of healing. Like I can get Shaban up and then I'm done, pretty much.
I have healing potions. If you can get to me, you can give me one of that.
Not in one turn, not before they get to you.
Doesn't Dimble have like that thing where he can just give somebody a potion? The
Mage hand.
mage hand? Can we use that?
I'm just saying I can cast Healing Word on you and get you back up.
How close do you have to be for that?
Like, I don't know, I don't remember. 1 sec. 60 feet, so I can do it like now actually.
Yeah, but you have to wait till your turn, and your turn's after a bunch of people, so that's going to be a lot of damage. But more than likely, I would probably be behind the enemy. I'm just saying.
I can rage and run up and grab you, but I'll have to wait to run back, but I'll take half damage.
That could work.
Okay.
But I mean, that would be almost a waste of a rage. That's what I'm thinking. I'm not trying to, talk shit or anything, but if you go running up there, you're gonna have every single enemy going again, so they'll be able to see you and attack you before you have that chance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I mean, I do have 3 rages though.
Okay, holding it. I just worried about everybody else because nobody else will be able to get up close enough to cast anything or do anything to support you. So you're going to be taking, and just those 3 people going freaking hit me for over 24 damage. That was 3 people casting spells, or 2 spells and 1 javelin. So I know you have 38, but if they all get a chance to go, if you're halving it, great. You may be able to survive, but it's still going to hit you harder than shit.
Yeah, I'm definitely nervous.
Yeah, that's why it's up to you if you want to rage or not, but if I was you, because if I wait to get healed and then I go after Matthias, that means only 2, a Reaver, the Priest, and a Cultist are going to be near me. Let me see. Cultist 10 goes last, so Cultist 12 may block me. As far as getting through there. The Fathomer has to go through everybody pretty much to get through me, so that's going to be his entire turn just to move at it.
We could also cut our losses and just abandon Siobhan.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, she kind of stinks.
Yeah, it stinks up there.
You don't want me to play an evil character. I'm just throwing that out there.
And I don't think I'm, as a lawful good paladin, or cleric rather, probably not really allowed.
I didn't say you would know that I was evil.
No, I mean, like, I'm probably not allowed to just abandon you to die.
You're very sensitive right now. Is it your time of the month?
I don't know. You haven't put out in a while, so I guess.
I keep trying. You keep brushing me off.
I'm just saying. With that little fucking baby carrot you got hanging between your legs, I'm just... Hey, did Tony show you that picture I sent him?
I don't think... Oh, yes, he did. Yes, he did. That was gross.
That's a transgender porn star, female to male, and she's not doing the downstairs either.
Yeah, it was like an inch.
Yeah, that's a hell of a clip right there. I was like, damn. Sorry. So yeah, either, we're gonna, if we fight, we're gonna take some hits, but we've taken some hits before. So we can either fight, and, I wouldn't waste your rage on this one, Tasha, because if you don't attack this round, or if you don't attack within 1 round of raging, you lose it. So if you want to move up 60 feet.
No, I think you should hang back, and then Matthias can just heal you from a distance. And then, I don't know. I don't think you need to grab Siobhan.
And then we'll get Dimble to cast True Polymorph, turn you into a halfling, and then you'll be able to roll through their legs and run away.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. I don't think he can do True Polymorph at level 3.
What if he's really, really, really good? Like, he just begs a lot.
Yeah. Then Tony would probably make it go completely random by chance, and I'd be a fucking goat or a sheep, and then Oglavone would have his way with me finally.
It's true.
Sheep, woman, whatever.
That's funny, Matt. That's real funny. I see what you did there.
I think Dimble should send a fireball at the end of that hall, though. So they have to kind of walk through it in order to get to us.
As long as
So
he
am I
can,
going up there?
No, don't go up there.
Okay.
At least not that far.
I mean, I feel like we're all gonna die anyway because they're way more powerful than we are.
Well, we could like run and hide in, like we could try and like defend. Once we get Shabana, we could try and hide in this hallway on the left here.
We don't know how big the room is though either. It could be that whole gray area. It could be fucking 10 by 10 cell or something.
That's true.
Honey, are you back yet?
Does anybody else like the fireball idea though?
Yeah, you know, giving more damage to Shaban.
Well, you put it like a little bit away, so like it's not hitting you.
Does he have fireball light?
He means
Ring of Fire?
Sphere.
Ring of fire, yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah.
that one.
Oh yeah, well that's different. Yeah.
Like right there, maybe.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Or right there.
He'd definitely have to move up to get it there though. Because doesn't he have to have line of sight on it?
I think so.
Yeah, so maybe up there might work a little bit better if he moves like there.
Okay, I'm back. After I got Tasha the food and they're buying me food, me a drink. Anybody need to do anything? Go take a leak for real?
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, Oglebum, I'm going to approve your 30-foot move. And just to verify, you are done.
Do you guys want me to do anything else?
You can, if you want, take a ready to action, or so somebody comes around the corner, you can attack them still with your javelin.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. I'm gonna do ready action.
Okay, this is the first time I think we've used the ready action, so I'm going to just take a second to explain it. So ready action, for everybody, it replaces your action. And what you do is you set a trigger and then a response. Common ones are the first enemy that comes around the corner, I'm gonna shoot with my bow. Or when anybody opens this door, I'm gonna cut them in half with my hammer. So whenever you take a ready to action, it replaces your action, so you can't attack and take a ready to action. And you need to specify a trigger, something that causes your action, and then what you're gonna do when that happens.
Okay, I'm gonna ready action with my javelin and throw it at their head.
And be happy that Matt's not the DM, because he's a dick when it comes to ready to actions.
I'm a dick with one person because he's all like, "Yeah, I'm gonna attack anything that comes around the corner." It's like, you have a scout out, dude. I'm gonna attack anything that comes around the corner.
The guy said, I'm gonna attack anything that comes around the corner, and then a buddy came around, and Matt made him attack him.
You said anything?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
thank
fair.
you.
Yeah.
Then he attacked him back. And they got into a knockdown drag out, and one of them got knocked unconscious. And when he woke up, I lied to him and told him the other guy stole his money and caused him to fight again.
It was fantastic.
It's true.
Well, it started because the jackass goes, "Yeah, I'm gonna do flaming hands," which is a cone effect, like 30 feet out from your hands. Anything in front of it gets frazzled. And I was like, "Is that what you want to do?" He's like, "Yep, I'm gonna do burning hands." And I was like, "Okay." I want you to target your person who's on your team. And he's all like, well, no, I'm going to sculpt. I was like, no. You can't cast it and then go, oh, shit, I want to do sculpt spell. You got to tell me that in the description. Because the evokers get that spell. And I was like, nope, you're attacking them. And the guy did not care for getting attacked by flaming hands.
That's hilarious.
And my character is a bard who is very skilled at lying, so I just lied and told him that when he was down, the other guy stole his money. And they started hitting again.
Yep. And it was funny, too, because the barbarian did not win.
Against a wizard?
In fairness, the barbarian had already been, killed 4 enemies by the time the wizard set his ass on fire, and then they started fighting.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Okay, sorry. Go back to
No,
the
you're
game.
fine. Conversation's half the fun. So, let's do this. You can't see them, so I'm gonna make them all disappear before I start moving them. We'll add to this little mystery, make it entertaining for me. Oh, I missed one. Let's get him. Alrighty, now. You guys can take your action momentarily. So Dimble has, let's see here. He has a good number of attack spells.
We've already decided what he's gonna do.
Okay, he does have suggestion, by the way.
Does he have sleep, perhaps?
Eddie's godlike sleep.
No. They got Ray of Sickness, Silent Image, Expeditious Retreat, which allows you to... He can cast it as a bonus action on himself, and then he can move extra.
What kind of self-respecting wizard doesn't have sleep?
Dimble.
Really self-respecting and Dimble together.
Fair enough.
Now, no picking on people no picking on characters whose players aren't here.
Oh, bullshit. Somehow, fucking when I was gone, I started smelling like fish. So guess what? We can pick on the characters who aren't here.
Calm
That was
down.
all Tony's idea.
Of course, I know it was. I know you
That
know
is
it was,
such
Natasha.
bullshit.
I know it helped you.
That was 100% Natasha Brainstorm.
I know.
That would never do that to my lady Shalom.
But you know, it's life imitating, or it's art imitating life. So I'm just saying. Okay. We doing this flaming sphere?
Yeah, I think so.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
I'll be right back. Carry on.
So, a 5-foot diameter sphere. I have one of those. Boom. Tasha's in there slamming doors.
Quit pissing her off.
She had to sneeze. Alright, so you guys can move this one wherever you want it.
Do we want it there or in front of me?
Well, if it's in front of you, you're gonna get damage from it.
If it doesn't hit me, right, Tony?
No, if you're within 5 feet of it,
Okay. Got it. Bum, bum, bada, bum.
That was all for him, right?
Yeah, he moved and he cast a spell. That's all he can do.
Okay.
stand by.
Yeah, I forgot, but remember they have that tidal wave fucking thing.
Like the priest doing that?
Yeah, remember in the main area we were at? They did, against the door, they kept doing that tidal wave, trying to knock down the door. I don't know if it was a priest or how high level, but... I mean, everybody's moving 30 feet right now, but... we figure it out. I just don't want you guys getting wiped out by a tsunami coming down the hallway.
That's true. Should I go there, or do you guys want me to back a little bit more?
You can go there. So, I'm gonna go with my original plan after I come back up.
So Falcor, you're wanting to move up?
Yep.
I'll get you a unmask real quick. You can see just around the corner one of the Reavers with the shark tooth swords.
But I can't shoot her from here, right? Just that corner's in the way.
Correct.
Alright, then I'll just ready up.
What are you doing? What's the trigger? What's the action?
The first enemy that I see coming around the corner, I'm gonna shoot an arrow right into their friggin' skull.
Failure.
Can you really quick resend the map for me?
Sure. Let me actually adjust the scale here so it's more accurate to the situation.
Alright, thank you. I'd also like to cast Healing Word as a second level spell on Shaban, so I'm just gonna roll it and then I guess another d8.
I think Healing Word's actually lower.
Right, might be, I meant d4. But close enough. Then just add that.
Alright, I'll subtract an extra 3 here.
And I'd like to move to that location, please.
Location approved.
Alrighty.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
I'm going to do a deception to act like I'm still fucking unconscious when he healed me.
Duly noted. Okay, so the people you can hear from the other side are moving, but they are not coming into sight.
Can Shaban see them now? I guess she's acting dead, so she got to keep her eyes
Not while
closed.
she's acting dead.
No, I'm acting dead. I'm not even gonna slip my eyes open and try to see him. I'm full on acting my way.
Alright.
If you don't recall what the priests, crushing wave priests, look like, there's an image for your enjoyment. Barnacles growing out of their flesh, skirts of seaweed.
Nipples
Just all
pierced,
around good
apparently pulling downward.
No, he's just really bad at fishing.
Yeah, he kind of cast a couple lines there.
Make it stop.
Alright, Ogie. I'm gonna approve that. I'm not sure if you were done moving, but I'm gonna approve it to here.
10 feet if you want.
If you move there, you'll be in the ring of fire.
Can you move me back 5 or not?
Sure.
I'm just gonna keep ready to action with the javelin.
Duly noted.
You guys gonna move Dimble up to use that flaming sphere, or are you just gonna have it hold him off there? Because if he comes up like behind Augie, he should be able to direct that the 5 feet forward to smack into the crushing wave. Reaver.
Yeah, we can do that. So we're gonna ram the sphere into that crushing wave, Reaver.
Sure. That's what you guys want to do. I mean, it's a concentration effect, so it doesn't go away until you dismiss it.
Yeah, that sounds like it.
Tony, we want to attack the dude with the flaming sphere.
Okay, I'll target him. Everybody over there. Alright, so the flaming sphere moves forward. I gotta pull Dimple up here. That is. You hear 2 people upset, or at least scream in pain.
Okay, I'll move up a bit so I can shoot at the crushing wave Reaver 13 here.
It's a hit.
And that'll end my turn.
Okay, Tony, real quick. These doors coming up, I stopped at one to look at them. They open into the room or into the hallway?
Into the room.
Okay. So Shaban cracks her eyelid a little bit to see what's going on in the hallway in front of her. Damn. And while still laying, she's going to roll over to the door, open it, and step into the room. And then I'll see. I know it takes 15 feet to stand up, half the movement. So she rolls over there, grabs the handle, and jumps in, hopefully before anybody can really start fucking doing crazy shit. That's always nice. At least we know that they're there.
And
God damn it.
they are armored, and ready for battle. So they know you're there, and they were expecting. They were gonna come out behind you guys when you came around the corner. So they're definitely not asleep or unprepared. But that gives you 10 more feet of movement. But you don't have to. I mean, when you throw the door open, you see them.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go in if I see them in there. But now that we know they're there, so Shaban will. So that
Give me a perception, Siobhan.
Okay.
And you've used 20 feet of movement.
Sorry. Here's the first one.
So, looking around, getting your bearings with your 12 points of life, you can tell that as you throw that door open, both groups are preparing to charge. They're holding back for you guys to move forward and then have people hop out behind you. Obviously, is not feasible, and your perception is sufficient with the 21 to realize that they're about to charge.
So on that one, Shaban will, after noticing that, will go into full retreat mode. Because there's no way we can, I mean, Flaming Spear will hold them off. They're going to take damage coming through it. But these guys have a straight shot on us, and I'm not going to go toe-to-toe with them. So I still have 10 feet, right?
10 feet, and then the other half of your movement.
Yeah. So I will move my 10 feet. I go here. I still have 10 feet left. I'm double moving.
Yes.
I'm gonna throw the door open, take a quick glance inside. Because if there's people here, we're fucked. Hey, there's a pin. Can I click it?
I didn't know that brought the pins up for you.
Yeah.
Brings it up for me. This room evidently serves as a prison. There's a half-dozen straw-covered pallets. Straw pallets covered by threadbare blankets are spread out on various areas of the floor. There's a cask of water that is near one wall. And a dark slit-like window looks out to the west. There is currently no one in here. The door is unlocked. But you can tell from the inside, you can tell it's a prison. So if you go in, you're probably not going to be able to get out.
Roger. So I'll move the remainder of my 10 feet, and that's my turn. And when Siobhan turns around and starts dodging through you guys running away, you guys know it's pretty much time to go.
Yeah, I agree.
Can you move me, Tony? Approve my move?
I am. Sorry about that.
No problem. Hey, since swim isn't on here anymore, what is it? Is it
It's half your movement speed.
Oh, okay, you don't have to roll for it?
No, and your boats are usable, just not as usable as they were.
Let's hop in the boats.
Let's get out of here.
1 second. Yep.
Actually, I think I still can channel my divinity. channel my divinity, heal some people a little bit, and then we can go.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about me. Well, yeah, because Falcor's going to be taking the brunt of it, probably.
True enough. Can I just heal Falcor 8? Because,
If you'd like, you should have it all set up there.
well, I just don't want to click the button 8 times. My options are 15 or 1.
I'll do it then manually. Just mark it off so it shows it's used.
Alright. And I would like to just run down the hall.
Okay, I will throw you 30 feet. Falcor puts you at 0.
Full health, bitches. I'm invincible.
That's not how that works.
Right?
Hey, I got away with a lot last game.
As your cleric, I'm legally bound to tell you that's not how that works.
Did we sign the disclosure form?
Alright, so their trap given away. The young lady with the shield charges forward and gives it a swing at Falcor with a miss, rebounding off his scales and armor. The cultist, which Matt is incorrect, you do not take damage from Flaming Sphere by passing by it, only if you end your turn, moves behind the cultist and doesn't have any ranged weapon, but is holding position behind. The Dark Priest is attempting to move up, but holds there because it's the best they can get away with. But they are definitely surging forward in what is aptly similar to a wave flooding down the tunnel. And the Crushing Wave Reaver 13 takes a swing at Oglebone. With a miss.
Now's the time you want to use your rage, Augie.
Okay. Okay, I put my rage on.
Okay. If you retreat, you may take a tax of opportunity. Raging's free. If I'm going to give you guys some advice, my best advice to you is have your fighters, or at least have maybe Oglebone hold his initiative so he doesn't basically hold your turn. Let Dimble retreat, and then you and Falcor retreat. I mean,
Yeah.
You'll take hits,
I was
but
getting ready to tell him.
if one of you runs and the other doesn't,
Dimble's gonna get a
You're
fucking
gonna get swarmed.
sword, shark tooth to the face.
So you just want me to hold?
I'll just attack him.
No, hold your initiative. No, don't attack. Hold your initiative, and then you go after Dimble, so Dimble can retreat, but before Falcor. So you can swing at him, move back 30 feet. Falcor can swing at his, move back 30 feet. Or you can just say fuck it and bounce out 60 feet. But if you go 60 feet, sorry, Connie just showed me a picture of Bruce Jenner and it says, Kylie's pregnant, I'm gonna be a tramp hop. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, then, because if you move 60 feet, you're gonna overtake Dimble. Because Dimble, if you guys move 60 feet, you're gonna leave people in front of you. Because me and Matthias only move 30. So Dimble will move back his 60 feet or 30 feet and cast or whatever, and then Augie and Falcor, you guys, Augie goes, hits the Wave Reaver, goes back 30 feet. Falcor hits the Wave Reaver, goes back 30 feet. Or you can do full retreat so you don't take any attacks of opportunity, but you can only move back the 30 feet while staying in front of everybody. See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got it.
So you guys are gonna be taking the brunt of most of the ass whooping.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, I'll just, Ogie's gonna hold. I'll move your initiative, Ogie, after we get down to Dimble. The Reaver moves up, trying to avoid the fire.
Okay, while they're moving, let's make sure we bring the crushing orb or the flaming orb. Can we move it over top of people or no?
No, you can run into people.
Okay, let's use that. Yeah, so that way
It'll be
hit
on
those
Dimble's
people.
turn, but
Roger. That's what I want to talk to them about.
Kind of sucks we couldn't put it on Crushing Wave Reaver 13 though.
What is that?
Or like where they are, because then it's just like,
It'd just be like a wall.
So Tony, if he moves it 5
like
feet to
right
the right,
there, and then they're screwed.
it would get both 13 and 20, correct? Because there stops within 5 feet of him.
okay, check this out. This is the easiest way to understand it, just for clarity. If you draw anything within 5 feet of it, so this 15-foot square, if it were right here, it's going to hit them both. Yes. So even if it were right where you have it drawn to, it would still hit them both.
Okay, so we want to make sure. Yeah, let's just move it there, and then it'll hit both of them, hopefully.
Well, he can slam it into them too, as
That's
an attack.
the same thing. That's just the way he describes it burning them.
Right. You can. But the difference is if you end your turn within 5 feet of it, you will take damage from it. Or if he slams it into you, you will take damage. So it's the two ways it can take that you can take damage: stopping next to it, or getting it rammed into you.
Yeah, you always take damage when it's rammed into you.
You do. Okay. And then I'm assuming you want Dimble moving his full movement, which is 25 feet.
Yep. Now, him controlling the sphere, is that his attack?
Bonus action.
Bonus action. Do you guys want him to cast another spell? What spells does he have?
So his options for spells are a number of cantrips, and he has a decent area spell: Ray of Sickness, Silent Image, Suggestion. His best bet for doing sheer damage is probably going to be a spell called Magma Knife. And when it hits, it does 1d10 damage, and even if it misses, it explodes, and anybody within 5 feet takes 2d6 damage.
I say,
Oh, they
I
get a
say-
saving throw. But
Roger. I say we use that magma knife on cultist number 11. Even if it misses him and it explodes, it'll still hit all those other crushing wave reavers.
Sounds good to me.
Good.
Because that way it won't hit you two either. So that's the only reason I was looking at it. Or we can have it go after crushing wave reaver number 20. I mean, either one will save you guys, but it'll explode everybody around them.
whoever you target gets the potential for an extra d10 of damage.
Let's go with the crushing wave reaver 20. Does that sound good?
Okay.
Sure.
Once he retreats, it's 25.
Okay. Okay, I'll let you guys move him to where you want.
Will that work?
That works. And he throws the magma knife, forming a little dagger out of lava. It hits. Rolls a natural one.
Nice.
On damage, of course. So
No.
let's see. Target explodes. Anybody within 5 feet must have a dexterity saving throw. So those three there is magma knife. Well, that wasn't intentional. they take damage. And that would be the end of Dibble's turn.
Now, before you start doing anything crazy, guys, if one of you attacks and backs up, they will take an attack of opportunity from the both people up front. So if you don't want to attack, but unfortunately, you'll lose your raise, Augie, because you have to attack each round.
Right.
But you will take 2 from the 2 up front as you swing and then back up. Same thing with you, Falcor.
So you want us just to back up and only take the 1 opportunity?
If you choose to take what's called a disengage, it replaces your attack. So you don't attack, you take what's called a disengage. You can move your normal speed of 30 feet and not take any attack of opportunities. You sacrifice your attack, and what he's saying is because Oglavone is raged, he's going to lose his rage for not taking an attack. So it's a choice whether he wants to attack, keep his rage and back up, or back up and not get attacked and lose his rage. It's really a toss-up.
You have 2 more rages. If it was me, Augie, I wouldn't take the chance of getting smacked twice. Unless you guys both are planning on attacking the same person, but that's up to you two. But I would lose the rage just to back the fuck up. Because if you do attack, you're gonna get smacked pretty damn hard. You take half damage, yes, but Falcor will take the full damage if he does the same thing, if he attacks.
Applying rage, I think, is a bonus action.
It is.
So hypothetically, Ogie, you could lose your rage, not take attacks, back up 30 feet, and then apply your rage again.
Yep. Or what you could do, like Tony said, or you could attack those 2, take half damage from their 2 attacks of opportunity, because that's what you have, and then Falcor can just do a full retreat, so he doesn't take any damage. But again, you risk the chance of a critical strike, which is, regular damage then.
Right. I think I'll just back up and reapply the rage.
You're doing disengage?
Yeah.
Okay. Just don't worry about removing it and putting it back on. I'll just refresh the duration for you. That'll be Augie's turn, and Falcor.
I'm just going to disengage too.
Shaban.
Shaban is going to back up. Corner there. That'll give me 65. I can still fire my bow. And Shaban will... Hold on. Okay, Shaban will go there and fire at Crushing Wave Reaver number 15. Sorry, I was reading something.
You're fine.
Okay. Miss. Okay.
Did you get that fumble result there?
No. Are we doing fumble table?
We are.
Okay.
It's the first time of all the fails we've never had an actual result. The fumble table is only like 20%. It's only against that target.
That's fine.
So, the enemies there are holding back as slightly as they can. I'm just going to leave them uncovered for pragmatic reasons. That's as far as they can go.
Alrighty. I'll wave a hand, cast, that thing I do sometimes. Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame.
That hit.
That's a check. He
Yellow.
did make his save.
Hey. Yellow. Hey. So it's more like, hell.
It's true. The hay got a little torn off there. And I missed your movement there.
Continue retreating.
As you do. Sometimes the better part of valor. So,
Knowing when the fuck to get out of here.
it's true. The Crushing Wave Reaver runs up, takes a swing at Oglavone. And misses, and it happens to target 2 people on accident. Let me clear those targets out there. Cultist 11 can make it to here, passing through friendly territory, which on the upside manages to free up a spot for the priest to make his way over. And he casts Magic Missile there at Mr. Falcor. Let me take Lady Shaban off. You take 14 damage
Damn.
as
Don't
3
do it.
missiles zip in and out and strike you. Crushing Wave Reaver runs around and attacks Falcor. And misses. And they continue to flood forward in the form of a wave. Symbolic, of course. It's all on you, Matthias.
What?
I'm sorry, Dimble.
Okay.
I looked at the wrong one. My combat tracker was zipped down.
Does he have another magma knife?
He does.
How many more does he have?
I believe, see, cast. I apologize, that was his last one. And he has 1 level 2 spell left. He could cast it as a level 2.
You guys want to? Well, hold on with the. Do you guys want that to attack the priest, or come down to attack those 2 at the end, back in the back?
Well, the priest might keep casting Magic Missile at us.
Yeah.
But the
Well,
fireball's not going to kill
He's
him.
down to He's it won't kill him, but he's. Sorry, my son was putting shit in his mouth, coins. Yeah. But he's casting level 1, so he may have only had that level 2 left, or he's saving it for a rainy day. But yeah, let's bring it down to us then.
You didn't target anybody, it's fine.
Oh. That was why it was my bad.
Okay, and it'll go through these 2. Get down to his. I apologize, I was on the wrong character sheet again. There's Dimble.
And do we want to do the magma knife at this group again? Because we got 2 of them with pretty heavy damage.
The cultist is hit in the back with the flaming sphere. His robes catch on fire and he falls screaming.
So you want him to cast? Do you guys want to cast the magma knife level 2 at crushing wave 20?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that, Tony.
Alrighty. So magma knife, level 2.
At 20.
Oop, wrong button there. That is a hit. The other 2 get a saving throw. And one of them takes damage, the other does not. And it is now Oglavon's turn.
We're just backing on out of here, right, guys?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, but remember, you don't have too many rages left. You only have, what, one left?
Yeah, I think if you reapply it, this might be your last.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Which one? Hold on.
That's fine. If you need a break, we'll take about a 5-minute break. If you
No.
Okay.
I have to get off at 8 to put Liam down and take care of stuff around the house because I was been up for 36 hours. So
That's fine. We'll finish this and just call it.
okay. So yeah.
Shaban, it's your turn.
Bon is going to fire her bow at number 13 with that -2 penalty. Does it already apply to me, or do I have to apply it?
-2. You have to manually apply.
Got it.
It's a hit.
Sure.
Like you do.
So where the hell are these boats at?
I will put them on the map. I should have got some boats. Now that I can use tokens that way. That would have been smarter, but we'll just go with this. Give me a perception check, Siobhan.
Hold on. Yeah, using lucky.
Okay, you see a water serpent, a serpent in the water.
Can you put him in there?
Putting him right here. It's one up, sorry. He doesn't seem to be too big, but he is there.
And Shaban would say, "There's a creature in the water."
Hooray. I believe I have 7 points I can channel back into Falcor. To
You have
heal
to
up a
touch
little
him, I
bit.
think. What
No.
spell are we talking about?
Channel Divinity.
Ah,
It's
you
a
did
pool.
8 already, or did you do Preserve Life?
I preserve life. Isn't that like a pool of hit points I can just draw from?
It is. Let's see. Channel Divinity as an action. You can restore a number of hit points equal to 5 times your cleric level. Choose any creature within 30 feet. So you did 8. You're level 3, so 15.
Yeah.
You got 7 more, so you can put him
Put those
down to
into-
7 damage.
Put them into Falcor there.
Alright, you insert them into Falcor.
Thank you. Right.
Yeah.
Into his various holes.
Wait a minute. Yeah. Where are you putting this healing at? Cause
Well, I'm assuming he's got holes from being stabbed.
okay, good call.
Pick a hole, any hole.
I got a few. I got a few battle scars.
That's the best thing for here for a man. Let's go.
And the Crushing Wave Reavers do not seem to be overly concerned. I moved him a little too much there. And this one continues to attack, or attempt to attack. It's poor success rate. Finally manages to strike Oglavon. Not massively, especially with the resistance he's rocking. And the priest, let's see if he has any more magic missiles to share. It's 1, 2. He does. He has another magic missile to share with Mr. Falcor.
God damn it.
God damn it. And he kicks loose with some more damage.
He does not like Falcor, does he?
Not a lot of people do.
3 more glowing darts fly from his hand and strike Falcor as the Crushing Wave Reaver runs forward with their sword. And puts puts it down to Dimble.
Hold on 1 second. There is a serpent in the water. You guys are all tracking it. It's moving. I guess it has its own turn. How much of it's sticking out of the water right now, Tony?
0 of it. You can just see it skimming the surface.
How long is it? That I can see.
Stand by.
It's Nessie.
It's about 4 feet long, 5 feet.
Okay. Well, it is a water creature, so it has a chance to capsize our boat. So now we have to decide on what we're going to do.
It's pretty thin. It's not like Anaconda capsized a 10-foot boat. Serpent.
No, but usually if there's something this small, something bigger is with it, so. But one good thing is Augie can attack now before they retreat if we're going to keep going that way. I'd say let's just go around the corner so that way they can only have 4 at a time after us instead of all of them. Because right now everybody in the hallway up there can get to us. You're out of healing, aren't you, Matthias?
Yep, completely.
Okay. Yeah.
This is not a good place to make a final stand, most likely.
No,
Yeah, no.
that's what I was saying.
It would
Yeah.
be a final stand, at least.
Yeah. We might win.
Some of you may die, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Right?
How
Okay.
closest to the boat? 5 inches.
What's one? So he's all out of level spells, so all he has is cantrips left.
He is. That is correct. He
What
has.
is What's the damaging cantrip?
His cantrips are looking like a D8 or a D10. I'm sorry.
Okay. You guys want to cast one of the D10 cantrip at 13 or 20? Because they seem to have the most damage right now.
Sure.
Okay. You want 20?
Sure.
Okay. Let's go with fire. It seems to be doing a pretty good job. And it works. And I'm assuming you'll all approve the retreat when we get there.
There you go. Well,
Crushing Wave Reaver.
yeah. Hold on. Shit.
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that. I'm thinking
You
of
did not.
babies on my lap. Dimble's going to take attack for opportunity if he moves this round. Hold on.
Well, he was taking one anyways. You already moved it?
No, I
And-
said hold on. I wasn't done moving it.
Uh-huh.
Did I
All right.
not say that, people?
You're right.
I heard hold on.
Yeah.
Fucker.
As I attack.
Yeah. So he can take an attack of opportunity if he moves, or we can do one more round here. What do you guys want to do? Have him take maybe a hit with the sword, take 10 damage max probably.
And then maybe the priest is probably going to attack me again.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
you have a
Okay.
healing potion, right?
I do. I can give it to him when he gets here.
I don't have any left.
I don't
Use mine.
think that's true.
What's true?
Don't you have a healing potion?
I do.
He
I
used
just
it.
used one in my last one.
Oh, I was sorry. My brain is away.
I
Okay,
think I
yeah,
might
yeah.
have one. I don't know.
Well, I will
But
give Dimble a healing potion. And I have 4, so I can give one to him and Falcor if I can get close enough my next turn. But we're going to be loading up the boat, so I can run up, give him one.
No, I have one. I'll just give it to him.
But that's going to take your attack.
Handing
You
something
can't-
off is free action.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Dimble moving?
Dimble is moving. We'll just take that attack.
Oh, that attack missed, so that
Okay.
helps. And I skip, sorry. Oglavone, it's your turn.
If you attack 3, you'll only take 1 attack of opportunity when you retreat. And you still get to keep your rage for the next round.
Okay.
Hit. 10 damage. you can do your 30 feet. My piece of advice as your dungeon master is that definitely you get don't try to fight this fight. You're not doing a great job. Yeah, I mean, it's not because you're not. Let me rephrase that. You're doing a great job. You're outmatched here.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
I
sure we
would say
figured
I'm
that out.
outnumbered.
I'm just gonna disengage.
What'd you say there, Matthias? And
I would say
Ogie?
it's less about being outmatched and more about being outnumbered.
well, you're outmatched and outnumbered. What'd you say, Ogie?
I said I think we figured that out.
It's true. It's a good lesson to learn. Lady Shaban.
Lady Shaban is going to run over to one of the boats. Because if we do full retreat the next round, everybody can get to the boats. So, which way are we going to try going? So it's going from the wide part north, right?
No, the water is moving from narrow to wide into the lake off your left.
Okay.
You're going to be paddling against the current.
To get out of here.
It's also, you guys have poles though too, so you can pole boat it too.
Okay. You guys want to do that, or do you want to try to see what that south? What is that south area? Do we know?
You have no idea. You guys are
let's get
starting
the
to
fuck outta
explore it.
Okay. Yep. Lady Shaban will go to the boat. There you go. And are we gonna push up Matthias when you jump in, or who's all gonna be on what boats?
I think we should have one of each strength guy on each boat.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
fine.
that
So it'll be
makes
next round. So Shaban's gonna take one of her healing potions. That'll work.
Yeah, just gonna hop up in that boat there.
Tony, can you apply that to my?
I
damage?
can.
I can't see any of the guys now, can I?
You cannot. I'm not going to
Alright.
hide them and re-hide them just for simplicity's sake on my part.
Alright, Matthias hops in the boat.
The Crushing Wave Reaver comes around the corner, takes a nice happy-go-lucky swing at some Falcor. Let me untarget Dimble there. Manages to connect across his leg and rips a huge chunk of scales and flesh out. But on the upside, the priest is now unable to take an action this round due to having to move through friendlies.
Whoop, whoop.
Had to double move there. And this Crushing Wave Reaver throws a javelin at Oglavone. Goes right between his arm and his armor and skips off into the water. The weaker one, targeting Falcor, unable to move up due to their wounds, and also misses. Now, the serpent slides onto up the quay, coils into a ball, and then stands up on its tail, 5 feet tall, and begins. It seems to be a serpent made of water, and it starts to quiver slightly as it takes a fuller form, and it shapeshifts into the Fathomer from before.
God damn it.
I'm gonna die.
That is his full action. He cannot do anything, but he has definitely been making hand-to-hand contact with some Falcor. So that shape change from serpent into Fathomer is his action, and he already took his movement. So, Dimble,
Full retreat into that boat.
Oglavone,
Honestly, just shove off if you can, and then
Well,
get
both
Falcor.
boats.
Oh no.
yep.
To do that, you're going to take an attack of opportunity, Falcor.
What if he disengages?
He can't move that far.
Yeah, you can.
Not 45 feet.
If you disengage, you can move 60 feet, can't you?
Incorrect.
Okay.
Well, it's been nice knowing you, Falcor.
I mean,
God damn it.
you got to get on that boat if you guys plan on getting the fuck out of here.
Fuck it. I'll take a risk. It works out for me sometimes.
Uh-huh.
7. And he makes it onto the boat. Lady Shaban.
After that, Lady Siobhan grabs a pole finally and starts going upstream.
Is it like any pole, Oglavone's pole? Are we being specific here?
Augie's in the other boat, so we're good here. I'm just gonna cross cut
He
your
is a
ski
Goliath.
with. I'm just gonna cross cut your ski with Falcor and Matthias. No,
Grab
I'm
onto
gonna
my pole.
yeah, right. Let me find it first.
Matthias,
Anyways,
taste good, sir.
Grabs the boat pole and starts pulling up against the river.
Can
Okay.
you give me a potion too, by the way?
Yep, and I toss him a potion. It's 2d4 plus 2.
Yeah.
So, it's safe to assume you guys are making your level best to not, with your boats gaining water, leaking through the bottom with the shark teeth tears all the way through it, to make your way back up that tunnel. Is that a safe bet?
Sure.
Yep.
All right. You said you got
We're going to the
it.
right?
Yes.
He said that's the only way to get out of here.
That's the way you guys came in. I didn't say it was the only
That's
way.
back
I
to
said
the keep.
That is
Okay.
correct. That is.
But we have no clue where any of the rest of this goes.
The evil you know.
The evil that hasn't
And-
beat your ass yet.
And I have a key so we can get through the portcullis if we need to.
Alright, Matthias starts paddling.
How about this? Here's a fair bet. You know these people can beat your ass.
That's
Right.
true.
So, you have to leave in 5 minutes, Matt?
Yep.
Alright, well, we'll just call the game here. You guys can paddle and collect your dignity, and your 4 hit points of life left on Falcor.
He
guys
hasn't rolled his health potion yet.
That's fine. And we can pick up the game next time at this point. The intention is for the next game to be a Sunday game at 4 to 7. I know you said you actually have something at 7 there, Mal. If you have to leave a bit early, we're just kind of ballparking that. 2.5, 3 hours. And
Sounds
Sunday
good.
worked for everybody. I'll put it up on Facebook. It looks like they fixed the button. So I'll go ahead and throw that up tonight. And I'm pretty happy the Sunday worked. I appreciate you guys' flexibility. And it was a really good game. You know, Falcor, I've been playing D&D for a long-ass time. You had probably 20 different paths to you. In that first room, you had 3 tunnels and 2 doors. You happened to choose the only tunnel that would have taken you back to the party. Then you
Yeah,
had-
well, I kind of eliminated the one where the people were coming out of.
That's true, but, and I mean, I got to give you credit. Every other path you could have chosen had enemies.
Sweet.
I was honestly expecting you to get captured and them to have to rescue you. So kudos on the luck and skill to everyone. You guys made the best of a very bad situation because you were definitely outmatched in this area.
Yeah, I nearly died a lot.
I nearly died multiple times.
Yep.
Thanks for a good game, guys. I will see you next, actually a week from Sunday.
Yep.